Welcome to Sam and Matt Talks. I'm the one and only Sam Weber. We got who am I with?
It's your boy Matt.
Yes, sir. Tapping in, man. So we got a great show for y'all today. Thank you so very much. It's Slaying Sundays. Yes, it is. So we got a great show planned for y'all. We're just gonna have a great time on this episode. We're not gonna take too much time, you know. Hence the shirt, lean more, less is more. So yeah, with that being said, let's just go ahead and have some fun with this. Slaying Sundays, like I say, real quick. Got to definitely promote that. Make sure we cement in all of our all of our stuff. It's like, hold on now, because there's a lot of imposters out there, and we're not one of them. So we're just gonna make sure that we are definitely giving you actual factuals, and we're definitely elevating you. So with all that being said, like I say, let's go ahead and start this show out. Matt, go ahead and tell them a little bit about what we're gonna talk about on today's episode, man. While I get everything over here on my end knocked out.
So today we were talking about we of course yesterday Final Four going down between Kansas and Villanova, and then the first time ever meeting before with North Carolina and Duke in the Final Four. And Duke, no, excuse me, North Carolina pulling off the win, and then KU handling business against Villanova. So we got that, and then we'll get into some more stuff later on. So, quick, did you watch the games last night?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I had my team on that, so I didn't necessarily watch the whole game. I watched some of it. I watched the endings of it, but I was watching WrestleMania. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
Hey,
I was watching WrestleMania, and my kids were watching the other games, so they watched the whole game till in its entirety. With me, I was there for the first half. I was like, all right, cool. First game, let's just go ahead and dive in. The KU game, like I was feeling Villanova a little bit, but I was like, I'm gonna keep it true to the Big 12, and I rolled with Kansas, especially after watching D Wade. Shout out. I don't want to butcher the man's name for Kansas, number 30.
Cole. I don't even know how to say his name either. So
I
I'm
don't know
not
how to
even gonna
say his
try.
name either, but
I ain't
yeah,
gonna try.
he know who he is. Kansas man,
Yeah.
Jayhawk. Yeah, he definitely did his thing. I'm gonna have to Google it so we can pop it up on the screen and stuff like that. But it was kind of blowout on that one. Did you watch it?
I did. It was a. I was going for KU automatically just because of the Big 12 team. Um, but the game I was really waiting for was Duke North Carolina. I didn't really care about the KU game. I was like, hey, whoever win that one, they gonna pull it off. They gonna win. It's gonna be them, whoever, and it's gonna be Duke or North Carolina. Um, but that's the game I was waiting for. I was at the cigar bar at Churchill's,
Mm-hmm.
chilling, smoking my cigar, and then left to go to another cigar bar. That's kind of how my day went with that. But nah, the games yesterday were good. I was really just like, hey, who's gonna be in the championship? Those are the teams that I'm waiting to find out who's gonna be in it.
Okay, I got you. I'll say I watched it, man. It was a pretty good game, man. I can't front. It was very entertaining, nonetheless. It was like I said, it was good. I mean, the first game was like I said, pretty much a blowout. So I did get to see that. I was like, all right, I guess I don't have to really watch it as much.
Yeah,
Like I say, we were covering multiple things yesterday, so it was great for the network that we actually did it like that, though. So I'm not tripping on it at all. It worked out for the best when it's all said and done. So
yeah.
yeah, it was dope. It was cool. It was cool. So let's go ahead and segue into the next game before I get this other stuff set up. Like I said, y'all, we do our own stunts here until we get the money for everything to get the people to do it for us. We cut costs and we do it ourselves. So
Hey,
Matt is great at filling in the earth, filling up where you see what I'm doing. I'm popping
yeah.
everything up on the screen. I got new segments that we got coming up. I just got some breaking news on some stuff. So yeah, I'm actually gonna do it. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk a little bit about the Duke UNC because it's the first matchup. I just put it like this. I'll tell my part about it.
Okay.
I don't like either universities. I'm a Sooner when it comes to that basketball, but I respect greatness. So Coach K, legend, UNC new coach. Just looking forward to seeing his career expand. But I had to pick a team, and I went with UNC based off of it had a black coach repping it. No disrespect. I'm not bringing color into that. I was just like, hey, it'll be good. As much as everybody want to see Coach K win, I was like, hey, I was happy for it, but I was rooting for Brady Manick. You know what I'm saying? The Oklahoma native, former OU basketball player. He ended up transferring, going to UNC. So if he ever had to guess if it was a great move for him, you don't have to guess because it was. He helped his team get to the big game. So he got
Balled out
opportunity,
too.
right? He got opportunity. He reminded me of Larry Bird, bro. Like, and I'm not just saying that because he's from Oklahoma, but he really do give me that kind of game where how he does everything out there. He was playing pretty good defense. He missed a couple of free throws that, it happens, especially, you run in, you got to play defense and, it happens. But he definitely came in clutch with some big time jumpers yesterday and stepped up big time for his team. So yeah. I was rooting for UNC on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I went for UNC too. Honestly, I don't care too much about basketball for either pros or the college. But I'd rather watch college. I'd rather watch March Madness than watch the NBA playoffs or the NBA altogether, honestly, because they don't really play until they get to the championships in the NBA. But also, like March Madness, like basketball does not matter until March Madness or until it gets close to March Madness. The team's like, oh, hey, we got to win this if we want to get in. But I was going for UNC. I've always been a big fan of UNC because of Jordan. So I was like, it's easy. Like, I've never liked Duke like that. Never really had a reason to like Duke. I definitely respect Coach K. So it could have been a situation where I was like, you know what, this is Coach K's last season. He they got whooped on earlier in the season. Then they taught the big game like, hey, this is not the last time. Then they started performing, but then he got back to his game. I was like, hey, this might be that game where they show out. Where it's like, hey, this is a redemption game. But I was still going for UNC. So talking about that, and kind of trying to transition into the next episode. Me and some of my boys were at the cigar bar, talking about KU, talking about how dominant they were.
What cigar bar were y'all at again?
Classic Cigar. So first Churchill's and then Classic Cigar. So big
shout
out to
two of them.
Went to two. So the topic of the topic that came up was Big 12, and this is coming from a OSU guy. He said that the Big 12 is the best basketball conference of all conferences when it comes to basketball. And I partially wanted to agree with him, but I kind of disagree with him. So I was like, well, when you think of powerhouses, one, you cannot forget about the Big East. And you kind of can't forget about the ACC. And really all because of Duke and North Carolina. But we're talking about the Big East. You got St. John's. You got Georgetown. Who else you got?
Is Syracuse
Villanova.
Is Syracuse up there?
They used to. They used to, but they moved because of football. They moved to.
I say college basketball is so many teams. Like
it's a lot of teams.
It's so many teams. Like I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's why it was easy for me just to say I rep the Sooners, OU basketball, because it's simple. Because I focus on the Big 12. If they're supposed to be moving with the football team and they going to the SEC, then that's something different there in the whole. But it's so many teams, man, and so many conferences. Like I just focus on what I rep because that's a full-time job knowing. So You can't forget about the Pac-12, whatever it is out there,
Yeah,
because those UCLA and Oregon, like those teams over there, you got to give love to those guys too, because like they go through some. They got some, USC, all those teams out east. I think Arizona. So like I say, it's a lot of good teams out there. It's a lot, man. So I ain't gonna really
yeah,
just say, but I just feel like the game is not the same. But I don't know. That's a tangent. I don't want to talk too much on it like that. But
yeah,
I got what you're saying. So since we're talking about the games, let's also show some love to the Queens right now. So with that here, like talk to me. Number two, UConn versus number one, South Carolina, play tonight at 7 p.m. In the championship right there, man. So who you gonna roll with, man? You gonna go with I mean, you want me to dive in on this one? Because
go ahead. Yeah,
I'm
go
rolling
ahead,
with
bro.
number one South Carolina, man.
Go
Don
ahead.
Staley. Don
Mm-hmm.
Staley's a WNBA legend. I like Gino and everything that Gino A. I'm not gonna butcher his last name either. So yeah, he has built a dynasty when it comes to women's sports up at UConn. So Paige buckets, like what I think that's what they call her right now. She's going off. She's nice. But I just like I'm gonna put the women on the Black Queens on this one. So I'm gonna hold Don Staley and the women step up for the women in the culture and they go ahead and knock them off. You know what I'm saying? Like her knocking off a legend like that would be super dope for her career. You know what I'm saying? Because like, uh, you know what I'm saying? He really been when you thinking women's basketball, you thinking of Pat Summit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gino, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it with them too, so she can knock herself right up in there into that top just by knocking him off because he's getting older. She's getting not, what I'm saying she is, but I feel like the women are going. She gonna get a lot of recruits.
Oh,
So I,
definitely.
so I just feel like their future is looking bright, and I feel like this would be a great, what I'm saying, little like to do list. Go ahead, and knock that off because I heard she lost in a couple of them in a row, something like that. So this would be big time for her to knock off that bad juju and finally get her a victory.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I'm South Carolina all because of Don, a
yeah,
legend, straight
legend, man.
legend.
Hey, Google her. Like that's what I was gonna say.
It's like
Don Staley.
straight
Like that's all
legend.
y'all gotta do.
That's
So
all y'all gotta
like,
do. Everything gonna pop up when you put her
yep.
name in there.
Google her. Literally, this is y'all's homework. Google. Bam, right there at the bottom of the screen. Coach Don Staley, WNBA legend. Like, just go Google all of that. So, uh, yeah, man. So that's super dope right there when it comes to that. So that's the sports there. Uh, we go. What you want to do here? Dive into this mental health. What we got? What we got?
Man, let's dive to it. So first, before we get into this, big shout out to Dr. Ebony. For those that can see this live stream, Dr. Ebony, she has
Uh,
my therapy cards there. It's a guide. And this one is specifically for men, black men in particular, but for men. It says a guide for self-discovery and insight. Y'all can follow Dr. Ebony on Dr. Ebony, was it online on Instagram, on Facebook. Um, and then she has links to different stuff at drebony.com/links. So big shout out to her. But yeah, so for those that have been with us, um, what's the matter? Maybe like the past month or two, 3 months.
Something
We
like that.
talked about how we were wanting to not completely dismantle talking about sports because I mean that's what we do. We talk about sports. That's easy. Um, but we wanted to transition into talking about more things that are real, stuff that people are dealing with, especially in this day and age when we're talking about mental health. Because especially for men and black men in particular, um, mental health has always been a taboo topic in the community. So that's something that we wanted to dive into a little bit more. Um, So if y'all watching this, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. And man, we gonna hopefully anybody can get some healing from this. But it's just even if not just that, just something to talk about. Because being able to hold on to things that are destructive in itself. And that's something we want to eliminate. So diving into this, so which situations lead you to feel weak as a man?
Hold
And
on.
on that,
Say that one more time so I can type it in. Slow it down.
which situations lead you to feel weak as a man? And then on that, and you don't have to retype this, but so it's thinking about that when we posing this question. What does weak mean to you? And why do these specific situations lead to this feeling or judgment? What's your thoughts?
Which situations lead you to feel weak as a man? Ooh-wee.
Let's talk about it.
Go ahead, dive in, switch, brother. I'm over here
Dive
typing
in.
other stuff in here. Go ahead, dive
Well,
in for it, man.
Shoot. And for y'all that are tuned in, man, we gonna be transparent on this because there's no healing without transparency, and you can't heal what you hide. But man, I think for me, what situations lead me to feeling weak as a man? Man, I say honestly, recently, I was a counselor for 3 years, and so I took a test, I passed the first two, failed the last one that would have got me certified as a counselor, because I was getting emergency certified, and I didn't get it, I didn't pass it, so I was hoping, like, I was talking to people like, hey, because of COVID, like I was expecting for the the date to be extended to retake the test, but it didn't happen. So okay, now I actually had to figure out, okay, where am I going to be working? And man, couldn't find a job. Even having a master's, couldn't find nothing.
That's a master's degree, people, that he's talking about
degree.
too. Master's degree. It's real out here. People don't really know that. I'm glad that you're speaking on it and being transparent like that. So go ahead, keep talking, bro. I'm sorry. You got me finna. You about to make me pull out the string of the day, bro. So go ahead.
No, you good. No, you good.
Do you mind?
Go ahead, bro.
I'm about to say, do you mind? Oh my gosh, go ahead, bro. Dive in because I got something I'm gonna talk about as well. So,
but yeah, so I couldn't find anything. Even having a master's, couldn't find anything. And that was a time, like, so, and leading up to it, it took me. I was basically out of a job for 6 to 7 months. So I was doing my side hustles. I was detailing cars. I was working for the Black Wall Street Chamber, doing a little small stuff here and there. Like when I say I'm literally doing everything, and I felt like that, like was like I felt purposeless, which is something that we don't talk about until you actually experience it. And I'll say that's the time where I actually experienced feeling purposeless, and I felt weak because I wasn't in a position to where I could provide, especially like maybe like when you're in a relationship. I couldn't feel like I could provide in a way. As a man, like you always want to feel like you can provide for whoever, especially in your family, or when you have your lady, you want to be able to do stuff. Man, there was something I couldn't do. And when I say I felt purposeless, I felt purposeless, and I think that's like that was a situation that made me felt weak as a man. But it was also something because I just didn't feel like I had an open space to talk about that. When we talk about mental health and Black men, we don't have a safe space to talk about stuff. Just because like when growing up, and it's not even to say that we got to be super emotional, but as human beings, we have emotions. Um, but when we're not real with ourselves, that type of stuff builds up and it becomes explosive. But yeah, man, that was my situation. Like when I felt weak as a man, that's when I felt weak, feeling purposeless.
I feel you, brother. Call for me. I've been there before, bro. I can shoot. I don't know where to start on this. I've been sitting back listening, and I'm glad that you was open like that and just sharing it. But like, yeah, same. It's just like those who know. Like, daddy duties. Like that's what I'm on 365. That's nobody's fault. That's just my decision, as in how it happened. But you know what I'm saying, when my money ain't right and I'm not able to do what I'm supposed to do financially based off of some bull crap, you know what I'm saying? Like it really, it will have you depressed. You know what I'm saying? And being like, what the heck do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? Like I got so many hustles.
Bro.
Jack of all trades, master of none. You know what I'm saying? I'm training kids, got a podcasting network, I got freaking sponsorships with that, a head coach to a basketball team. I got a certified life coach, got a bachelor's degree. You know what I'm saying? Like behavioral health rehab specialist. Like I do a whole lot of everything, bro. I don't just be like having to check myself and trust the process as into, you know, I'm growing through this for a reason. You feel me? Like everything grows, but like instead of focusing on the negative from it, as in like, yeah, my money ain't where it's supposed to be yet. You know, I'm in my financial spending limit right now, but it will become a time when all that changes. And, you know, I'm not going to slow up just because of it, but just when, you know, the money ain't right, you can't do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, but I ain't tripping on it, you know? So I don't know. It's just weird, but that's one of them. But one situation is where I had to walk away from coaching college basketball due to the money. Like grad assistant is cool. You know, I'm so appreciative for the opportunity. You know, I coach college ball. I won 2 championships as assistant coach. And then that third year, when I was like, yo, I love doing this, but I need something to be able to provide for my family financially. And it didn't go as the meeting didn't go like I wanted it to. I mean, I was depressed for a second, but then I had to bounce back and keep grinding. And I'm glad I did, because if I didn't, I guess I wouldn't have been able to be the head coach for the Oklahoma Kings basketball team right now. But yeah, it's tough, man. It's difficult. Like I said, brother done cried, all this stuff. Like, bro, what the heck?
Oh, who you telling,
like,
bro?
Like, man, what, Lord, what's wrong? What you want from me, Lord? Like, forgive me, Lord, for what I done did wrong. Like, really been there on some elevated thought stuff. Like, bro, but just learning, you know, like I said, once me going through the life coaching, learning how to forgive myself, you know, more importantly, we have to learn to forgive ourselves, because we are our worst, like, critiques, bro. Like it's so easy for, you know, depression is a flick of a switch. You know what I'm saying? It's a mentality, it's a mindset. So like if you allow a circumstance to take control of you, you may have a rocky little ride there if you continue to focus on the negative. So, you know, you are a magnet. What you attracting? You want positive coming back to you, or you want negative? So I've been working on being as positive as I can, no matter what the situation is. So, I mean, it's been working for me. I mean, it may work for you. It's up to you, you know. I said, because change starts with you. You can't be. So just us having this conversation and just opening up like that is it. Because, like, bro, I was depressed, bro. I'm like, bro, I got a network. Like, you know, I got people from all walks, brought them together during the pandemic. Like, why nobody pressing play to our shit? I'm like, what do I gotta do? I created an OnlyFans account, bro. I did all kinds of shit. I did all kinds of shit to get the sales up, bro. Dancing, like I'm just saying, bro. Like I was literally doing whatever I had to do to get this brand off the ground, bro. Like I said, the shirt. Shout out to the good people in Ireland, Shane Monahan. You're a real one, bro. Like I'm an advocate for a country I've never been to before, because, like I say, with the whole having to have all these hustles comes my daddy duties, which is, I got back child support, $18,000, bro, for some kids that I take care of. I mean, I'm not necessarily finna say they mama do is the shit. So, mom's dope as fuck. She said, hit me, say, Sam, I need this. If I can't do it, if I don't got it, I'm gonna figure out what I gotta do to go get it done. Because at the end of the day, the kids is fucking what they the future. I believe the children are the future. Let them be like literally they are that. So like
Yeah,
I want what I gotta do. Like people like, why you don't be, bro? I sold all my sneakers, bro, to make sure that they got shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
literally,
real,
like
bro.
I have one I used to have, and it's like coming from a prior sneakerhead. Those like I
I,
had like a
that's
hundred
that.
something shoes.
That's why I said that's real, bro.
So like 100 something shoes, and like I got less than like 10, but I'm talking about 10 that include like some Birks. You know what I'm saying? That's like with everything. So like I got a pair of shoes that I train in, and I do that. I got a pair that I do the same training outside. Then I got a couple of pairs of nice dress shoes if I have to dress up and look like suit and tie-ish. Get my dapper on. I gotta bring Dapper Archer out. And yeah, I got that too. So yeah, just having to yeah, man. So it's just grinding, bro. Like, so I'm just glad that you really want to talk about mental health. Yeah, I was depressed, and I was like, what the heck do I got to do to get this off the ground, bro? And I just stopped focusing on the negative and just kept pushing. Like it hurt, crying, still do. It ain't like we millionaires. It ain't like we got $100,000 in the bank. It ain't like that. But we grinding to get to that.
That's real.
So yeah, I'm a daddy, bro. So like I got $18,000 worth of back child support that on some shit that I'm just like, what? And I don't want to go to court because as soon as you start getting courts involved, and all of a sudden you owe so much something this, and now you and your kid's mom are arguing about some shit that you wasn't arguing about before. And then they trying to limit when you can and can't see kids, and they ain't even trying to do nothing like that. We
Yeah.
got it real good where I can send whenever I want. They off in there right now. Son just was knocking on the door because I'm using his phone to record the video right now. Shout out to my son for that. But I got all 4 kids this weekend, so being able to spend time with them to actually get to see what daddy do. They see the videos and stuff. So they get to see what I do and be a part of it as well. So helping them be young entrepreneurs. So daddy got to be strong, but at the same time, daddy be like, "Fuck, nigga, like where this money gonna come from, bro?"
That's real, bro.
I'm
That's
like,
real.
but I don't want to make it seem like money is it. But at the end of the day, like 18 years old, be 19, April 14th. I'm finna have a 19-year-old. So my daughter's 16, be 17 in November. So she, like everybody working on their licenses, and then everybody want cars, and everybody thinking money finna really grow on some trees. So that's why I created Daddy Duties. So like all my subscription people subscribe to my stuff. Like I said, $8.33. That shit going straight to child support, or going towards elevating the podcast in some type of way. Because like I said, me when I was coaching college basketball, I got the opportunity from the head coach was like, Sam, it's a Dwayne Wade is having a basketball camp in Beijing. I want you to go out there with me to do it. And I applied for my passport, gave my $170, $76, I think that's what it was. I probably know the tax and everything. So like $176 to get my passport. Got married. Somebody paid for me and the wife a damn honeymoon. It was in Mexico. All of that shit. Like, couldn't even go, bro. My passport got denied the time I got back child support. Denied my shit. So I'm like, bro, I gotta keep going. Cause like Shit crazy, bro. But that's another tangent, man. And yeah, that's way the fuck off of it. But I'm glad you allowed
No,
me
it's
to.
not. Nah,
Glad
nah.
you
See,
allowed me.
so bro, I'm gonna say this because I feel like that's something that we as men we do, bro. Talk. That's the point of this talking about it. First, I'm gonna say this. First off, kudos to you because some that a lot of people like there's gonna be two sides. So when I was talking about that's real when I was saying that you sold your shoes, or when you said you sold your shoes and I said that's real, some people be like, well, as a dad, that's what you're supposed to do. But on the other side, there's some people be like, um, that might be questioning your love for your kids. So that was a statement to bring about. Say, hey, Sam is an actual father. He loves his kids. I mean, he's gonna do anything that he can for his kids, even if even if he has to sacrifice something that he loves too for his kids. So there's something that he loves more than what he loves. So big shout out to you. Um, but yeah, bro, like this is the thing that we gotta talk. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we talk a lot off camera, outside the podcast, a lot. But man, this is something that to talk. So shoot, bro. Hey, if it's on your mind, bro, talk about it.
I got you. Hold on one second. I'm gonna mute the camera because my son act like he don't see me recording the episode. So hold on, y'all. I'm gonna mute. What?
It's still no, it's not muted, bro.
Oh, I'm about to say shit. Like what?
But yeah, man. So if y'all listening to this, what is something that um what situation leads you to feel weak as a man? How do you define weak? What do you find as being weak? And why do these specific situations lead to this type of feeling of judgment? So if y'all are watching, tune in. If y'all are on Facebook, um, leave some stuff in the comments. Let's talk. Let's talk. And if there's something that y'all want to talk about, man, leave it in the comments on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, all that. You know, this is something we definitely got to talk about. I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. Daddy duties as usual. You feel what I'm saying? Like that should just pop up out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, you think that you 6 years old? That was my 6 year old. He'll be 7 April 21st. So I got 2 birthdays coming up, man. So yeah, it's real in the mug. So y'all got to see me. I'm sorry, I thought I muted it earlier right there. So if y'all want to support Daddy Duties, man, and help me, that money could even go to therapy. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, hey,
That shit crazy. But no, man, yeah, I'm just definitely growing through a lot. But we all are. So I'm not gonna sit here and I don't want people feeling sorry for me. But
right.
if you do have something that you want talked about or discussed, as in mental check-in topics, please let us know. Feel free. Those who's tuning in now or those who's tuning in later, regardless, whenever you comment definitely your thoughts on the situation there. Something that you want to be talked about or heard during our mental check-in segment. We'll definitely share that out there for the masses to see. But it's slaying Sundays, bro. Let's we passed our time limit there. Since no one is in the comments saying anything back to us, shoot, I don't like to waste people's time. You got anything else that you want to talk about on this
No,
episode?
nope. Nah, man. Y'all tune in next week. We're gonna do this every weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. More likely
Yeah,
Sunday, but
yeah, we'll figure it out on the
tune
time and
in.
stuff like that. But yeah, we just wanted to make sure we pulled up and actually gave you an episode. We stayed consistent in giving y'all good content. So we not even worrying about the whole million. We ain't worrying about the numbers. We just worrying about giving great content. So whenever somebody watches it, they gonna be moved. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much it. Like don't nobody got time for the. Ain't nobody got time for that. So huge shout out to Lee Moore. Less is more. Go give me a follow, Archer Almighty on that. My Cash App stuff is at the bottom. Matt Jr. Let me go ahead and do something real quick. I kept this on tuck. We didn't want to take away from the great content, but since we are at the end of the show, I'll just go ahead and flip it to that right there, so people can catch all the social medias where they know where to follow us at. You feel me? So,
Yes, sir. And y'all can
yeah,
follow me,
oh,
Matt Wicks Jr.,
mhm.
Instagram, Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, you can follow me at what Slay. Man, I'm everywhere. Archer Almighty's. Just slide in the DM. Make sure you on some positive stuff though, because I'm working on being professional. The book of the day is the 10 Professional Commandments by Dr. Two Pence Brown right there. You feel me? So y'all tap in, go to Kelly Phillips Publishing Company and show them some love. So man, I ain't got nothing else on that one, bro. I'm finna go play with my kids. Enjoy. We was playing some football earlier. My son said my oldest son, my youngest son said his big brother has a better arm than me. He says my oldest son has the bazooka badge. And I was like, bro, don't make me throw this ball over the house down the
Right.
street real quick. So I'm about to go out here and try not and make sure. I mean, I'm gonna go out here and win, but not throw my arm out, if that makes sense.
I say, keep the ice hot next to you, bro.
Hey, those just see me. I got that good cannabis. I got some great CBD products, some creams and stuff that I can apply to that, and I'll be okay. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, man.
Hey,
Thank
appreciate
everybody
you,
for
bro.
tuning in. Thank everybody for subscribing, like all that, everywhere around here, man. Y'all have a great day.
Peace.
Yes, sir.